getting down, it was a worry.
So both sides now have got into their positions. The umpire's just making sure all the spectators are off the ground.
You talk about size, Pete. We look right in front of us. Marty Rowan playing in the wing for Thomson. Would get a game in the ruck in most sides.
Hey, not wrong. Actually, both of them. Both
Heath Burke's pretty tall too.
Representatives.
So umpire Beveridge has the ball in hand, and we're just about ready to start the first term. We've got Paddy Burns, we've seen there, Woofin, and also Tim Gard. Campbell's he always gets. We're just about ready now. The umpire holds the ball off the start of the first term. Thomson and Geelong West, round 3. Match day live on Geelong Radio, 100.3 FM. Ladder goes up early, can't get it. Burns gets it down to Gardner. Shuffles free again. Handball out to Mervyn. Can handball it back to Gardner. Timmy's going to get caught this time. Gets his handball away. Woofin and slicks it out only as far as Andy Williams. His handball to Lakino further afield. He can run now. Got some support. Goes with the right boot towards a vacant centre half forward position. But coming across, it's Andrew Atchison, and he takes the mark at half-back. Wants to switch play straight away. Goes towards Armstrong on the outer side half-back flank. It doesn't meet him, and then getting across there was Duncan for Geelong West. He can sit there. Leonard over the top. Short little kick looking for Ladder. High tackle, no free kick. Tried to be tapped out. Armstrong across there again for Thomson. Big Cox is there also. He's over the top of the footy inside the 50-metre arc for Geelong West. They're still going at it. Trying to break free there was Callow. Still close to the boundary line. Leonard leaves it behind Armstrong's there, and he's happy to see it over the boundary line for a throw in. Just outside the 50-metre arc for Geelong West. They're kicking to the eastern end of Godfrey Street in this first term. Boundary throw in. Cox and Ladder. Over the back coming with Melville. Got it to the front of the pack. Ladder followed up his own work from the ruck contest. Close to the boundary line. Left foot kick. And it goes across the goal. Has Hinkley marked it? No, it's 3 for 1 behind, said the umpire. So Justin Ladder puts the first score on the board for Geelong West and is 1 behind. And Thomson yet to score, been playing 1.5 minutes. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. And
they looked all right at the start. West Cricket, Pete. They're running in 2s and 3s and 4s,
and gang tackling, which is a real good sign.
Well, from the kick in, it's a short kick, only 25 metres to Steen, and at half back now, Steen of Thomson looking for options. He doesn't know quite where to go, and West Cricket matched up one-on-one pretty well all over the field. Decided to go down the corridor, straight into the middle. Well, run off the hands there of Thomson player in Fanning into the arms there of Ladder. He chips it to centre half forward, and West Cricket doing quite well. Long kick there from Harrison, and it is a long kick, but unfortunately it's about a metre off line to the right hand side, and brings up another behind off the boot of Harrison. 2 behinds on the Victory Trophy scoreboard to West Cricket Football Club. Thomson yet to score.
I tell you what, Jace, this is interesting because I reckon the wind's blowing to the Cheetahs' direction, but every game of footy I've seen here, the scoring
goes the other way.
Schooling.
Yeah.
Well, that's a pretty fair indication because Armstrong's kicked it well outside 50, but I'll tell you what, Ladder's starting off as if he's really on fire. He's marked the kick in again in the centre. Looks the lead at full forward, and there's a strong lead from full forward by Mark Hinkley of West Cricket and Footy Club, and he's taken mark inside 50. An opportunity here to put first goal on the board.
Where did he come from, Jace?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I can't remember.
He's got one of those scary names, hasn't he?
So sort of a
Has he?
West
Well,
District.
Hinkley, I just wonder whether he's from Camperdown way.
Well, kicked into the man on the mark. Unfortunately, got very, very close now on the left foot, goes wide. And, well, not such a good start because had ample opportunity to go back and have the shot inside 50. And, well, there you go. You give him a rap, Pete.
You should be Peter McKenna, Pete, I tell you.
Out of bounds, 15 minutes from behind post. Cox the only one to fly. Comes with a series of handballs to Timmy Gardner. Gardner, long kick now to the centre. In front, Thomson can't take the mark. Comes to the back of the pack. Little chip kick, but intercepted again by Mervyn. Mervyn now to full forward. Oh, it's well read up there. Running onto the footy is Luke Forbes. Can he pick it up? He can't. And Cox can't get away either, and well, they perhaps made a meal of it. Thomson up there, the opportunity to get first goal on the board. Now it stacks on the mill. Well, Bobby Beattie's pulled one at nowhere there. He's said the West player was over the footy, making no attempt to get it out, and it looks a bit like Dean Oakland going back with the footy, and he's prepared to accept a kick, and he's 20 metres out, 45-degree angle, and opportunity here for score for Thomson. Interesting free kick, Pete. There's a lot of players over the footy, and all of a sudden the whistle went.
I thought he could have paid a free kick off the play. Actually, there was a tackle off the play, but yeah, I don't see there was there.
Oakley comes in, nice looking kick off the boot. Goal ump hasn't moved too far to put the 2 fingers now, and that's first goal of the day to the Thomson Club. Thomson on the Victory Trophy scoreboard 1 goal. They lead Cricket and Footy Club behind.
It all came from that back kick, Pete.
Yeah. Drag him. Get him off.
So Thomson draw first blood goal stakes this afternoon, and Dean Oakley puts Thomson's first on the board. Back in the middle now. Darryl Cox just working out some things with Pat Burns in the middle. Craig Wolfenden is making friends with Sam Callow in there, who doesn't like the attention he's being given. Cox and Ladder. Cox stands his ground back towards Wolfenden, runs through the middle without the footy. Burns there. His head buried somewhere trying to get the football. Still in the middle of the ground, pushed forward by Geelong West. Comes to the back of the pack, slipped off Leonard, handball, only as far as Wolfenden. His handball to vacant space. Heard a call from Timmy Gardner. If he's unfit, oh gee whiz, I don't just when he is. If it is fit because he's unbelievable. He's got the footy towards half forward now to push away. Wilkie has got the footy pretty close to the boundary line, just wants the safety of it and finds it at half forward for Thomson. He's had 5 possessions already, Tim.
I'll tell you what, I was told last year from a fairly good source that Tim Gardner has a knee that is buggered, but there's no pain, like it doesn't play up. All it is it's buggered, and one of these days he's going to have to get a knee replacement, not a fixed. So that's why he plays.
Yeah, he just loves the game of footy. From the throw-in, West Cricket clear the footy through the agency there of Sam Lacino to far side of the ground. They chip forward. There's Harrison running again, takes the mark, decides to go on with it, kicks back towards the lead at full forward. Sabali Armstrong puts one arm up into the air, takes the easy mark and plays on, goes wide to the wing. There's Oakley now, well out on his own. He's well ahead of Fratoli there. Can he keep it in? He can't, and it's out of bounds between centre wing and half forward, this time on the outer side of the Godfrey Street Oval. 6.5 minutes gone first quarter. Thomson the goal, West Cricket 2 behind.
Boundary throw in now. Cox and Ladder. Ladder takes the front position. Cox from behind or pushes him off the footy. Should have been a free kick. No play on the calls to the umpire. Wolfenden stands in the tackle. Burns flicks the handball out quickly to Mitchell. Mitchell gets a quick kick away. Standing in the ground is Williams. Can't take the mark. Off hands again. Still in the forward line for Thomson, but Williams just settles things down. Goes on the left foot. Goes towards centre wing. Oh, Burns is there. Can chop it off. Cox is there also. He's wrapped up. Tried to get the footy out to Armstrong. Couldn't do so. Now back to the other way. Fanning. Handball over the top to Stein. He's got Mervyn in the middle. And also Gardner. Gardner takes the mark. Plays on quickly. Wasn't protected. Might be in trouble. Shrugs the tackle. Still on centre wing. Goes to the right boot towards centre half forward. Mahiris is back there. Forbes as well. Goes up. Oh, good mark. Marcus Forbes. And he has taken the mark in the pack situation there. About 30 metres out directly in front. And a strong mark.
You can see him just put his hand on the back of the fella in front of him. Not pushed, just held him and then let go and let the ball fall into his arms.
Pete, there's indications of your pre-match analysis. Those tall fellas up forward taking those marks, and like he was just too strong, Forbes there, wasn't he?
But as I say, mate, they don't get any shorter
as the day goes. You're right.
So Marcus Forbes, 30 metres out directly in front. Comes in, left footer, and straight through the middle. Marcus Forbes for his first, and the second for Thomson. They go to 2 straight goals, 12 points, and they lead Geelong West Cricket and Football Club 2 behinds on the Dick Dew Trophy's first quarter scoreboard. We've been playing 8 minutes in the first term.
Complete conditions are having no influence on the game whatever. The ball's bouncing quite steadily,
in all honesty,
evenly.
There's probably only a 30-metre circle in the middle where the turf is. It's I think the rest of it out here on either wings, I'd say you could bounce the ball fairly easy.
And would you consider Timmy Gardner must know when the radio team are at the ground, or does he never play a bad one?
I haven't seen him play too many bad ones, I'll tell you.
In the middle, secondary tap came towards Mitchell, gave it to Fanning. Fanning right foot kick towards Forbes again at full forward. Could have been a hold there, no free kick. Coming out at pace was Mahiris. Handball away now. Brother Nick has got it. He goes from 30 metres out. Maybe he's had some kicking practice, Nick, has he? He might have from brother Troy because he's kicked the goal. Great kick, Nick Mahiris.
Just hang on, Jason.
What?
Eric didn't slag off at his kicking. He just said sometime.
Well, he didn't miss them. Next first goal and the third for Thomson. They go to 3 straight goals, 18. They lead Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club 2 behinds. Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
I must say though, Pete, there wasn't a lot of pressure on the kick, was there? There was pretty lax defence there, and gee, the use of the ball by Thomson so far in the game has been very positive. Paddy Burns, how does he get those handballs?
They seem to be making the first move backwards in the centre. They seem to throw it backwards and then move forward. Is there a team
in the AFL doing something similar I saw last night?
There is a team. Same name, actually.
Oh, it is.
And I don't mean Thomson.
Off hands out, goes towards half forward again. Kicking around the corner there was Luke Forbes, left footer, has missed one behind, and they moved it pretty swiftly out of the middle once again. Thomson there through Pat Burns, Tim Gardner. and one behind the result. So they go to 3-1-19 now. Thomson, Geelong West 2 behinds.
And what is a bit scary, Jace, is every push by Thomson has been straight up the middle, whereas Geelong West have pushed it and kicked it wide a couple of times.
Fratoli from fullback for the Cheetahs to do the kick in. Ladder comes towards the Social Club side. He goes in that direction and has to make up a bit of ground. Got a contest. Gardner there can slick it back to Mervyn, who's standing start, or he just kicks it high in the air. Sets a task for his forwards. Nick Mahiris, it goes up, can't take the mark off hands again. Brother Troy's got it, turns around the corner and has kicked the goal. Troy Mahiris off the side of the pack. Great play by him, and he has put his first on the board. Joins his brother Nick, and the fourth for Thomson. 4 straight goals, 24. They lead Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club 2 behinds, and we've been playing 10 minutes, and Pete, ominous signs already.
Well, it is, and I think the point there, Mervyn just kicked it straight up in the air, but when the guys are, you know, inches taller than their opposition, it really does put the pressure on them.
The word around, Pete, is that Troy Mahiris, the value he's been in the forward line for Thomson is his second efforts, and when the ball hit the deck there, like he just pounced on it like a terrier. So, you know, some of the information coming around has been pretty solid. In the middle.
Where did he play? At Gordon, I think, didn't he?
Yep. Yes. Well, West get the clearance from centre on this occasion. Handball forward by Callow, but it's Stacks on the middle now, centre half forward. They get it out, guys. Bobby Beattie's in command at this point, but he doesn't play a kick this time. He decides he'll put the ball up right on 50. Centre half forward for West Cricket and Footy Club. Kicking to the eastern end in the first quarter. 11 minutes gone. 4-1 in front of 2 behinds. Thomson in front. Cox stood his ground, gets the tap out. West Cricket with a tap rather indiscriminately forward, and Thomson able to kick the footy off the ground, that time through Rowan. Now it's a pack situation. Umpire Beattie again will come in. Last man up, I'd nearly bet Timmy Gardner, yes. Always at the bottom of the packs and trying pretty hard to get that footy out. So Beattie with the football still centre half forward, puts it up. Cox and Ladder. Ladder gets a tap forward, punch forward. Can Williams run onto it for West Cricket? He can. Can he get it on his favourite left foot? He can, and he's gone bang, but it's curved away with the bruise, and that's an unusual kick for a left footer curving that way, Pete, because it's sort of curved.
Got the away swinger going.
He did, so it's only a behind to Andy Williams and to West Cricket Footy Club. They move to 3 behinds on the Victory Trophy scoreboard. They trail Thomson 4-1-25, 12 minutes gone, first quarter.
Armstrong to do the kicking in once again for Thomson. He goes short towards Mervyn, who's free, can take the mark in between the back pocket and half back. Wanted to switch play quickly. He's called to play on now too. Atchison gives him a lead. He goes with the left foot into the middle of the ground, looking for Mahiris. He goes up, can't take the mark off hands. It's through the middle of the pack. Wilkie gets back there now. Can he tap it on? Yes, he can. Back towards the bow. Great smother by Nick Mahiris, though. Great pick up. He's got Mitchell. He gives him a ship, but John Mitchell should reward him with a goal, and he does. And that's great play, Nick Mahiris. That is your goal. John Mitchell's kicked it. But great second effort by Nick Mahiris for the 5th goal for Thomson. They go to 5-1-31, and they lead Geelong West Cricket and Footy Club 3 behinds on the Victory Trophy's first quarter scoreboard.
That was probably first, second and third efforts to Nick Mahiris there. Did sensationally.
I'm glad you didn't throw to me any earlier, because I was going to be critical of Sabuli Armstrong.
You'd like to see him kicking in the middle of the ground, would you?
Kicked long, and I was going to say, now why waste time?
Geez, you're a killjoy.
And he's gone bang, bang, goal. Thank you very much. Shut up.
I think they know what they're doing. I think they've got a bit of a plan.
All right, wouldn't look it on. West Cricket seem to have a loose man somewhere, because Greg Mervin's playing loose across half back.
Well, back in the middle, Gardner again trying to slick the handball out. Cox is there also off the ground. Viola tries to tap it on. He does so, but only the advantage of Rowan. Can't take it with him. Woofenden can slick handball back to Cox off one step towards centre half forward. Which way is it going to bounce? Past Forbes. Coming out, Wilkie backs himself, does well, gets a Shepherd, goes to the right foot, kick towards centre wing. Burke has to go up against Rowan, who goes up. Now over the back, Williams, and Cox comes at it. The big man puts his body over the top and shuffles it out also to Mick Gann. Gets a kick around the corner. Forbes in front, does well, needs somebody, handball blindly, and goes back only as far as the half-back flank, but straight to Cox from a reception over the top towards Mervyn. He gets it to Armstrong. That's the kick Peter's been looking for, straight down the middle towards Mahiris. Off hands, he gets back there with Wilkie. Now Wilkie wants to safety the boundary line, and he finds it. And it will be a boundary thrown about 30 metres around, or 25 metres around from the Thomson goal at the western end of the ground. You see Adam Willett coming on the ground. And he's moving straight down towards the play. Waiting for the ball to come back from the tennis courts next to Godfrey Street's oval here. Boundary throw in now. Ladder from the side. Nick Maharis goes up. Over the bat, Burns slips it out to Wolfenden. Kick over his shoulder in towards the goal square. In front, Wilkie should get a free kick. No, to the umpire. Play on the call, and Luke Forbes has hit the post with an amazing kick from the wrong side across his body. One behind him. He's kicked 2 behinds now, and they go to 5-2-32. Thomson, Geelong West 3 behinds. We've been playing 15 minutes in the first term.
It was Troy Melville that come off the ground.
Troy Melville.
Might have hurt an ankle, I think.
Okay. Frank Vitoli from full-back for the Cheetahs. He kicks in, looking for and finding Adam Melville, brother of Troy. He gives it away quickly, and they go through Callow towards centre wing. Gant off his shins, goes back towards Melville again. I'm sure Noel's listening to the broadcast. He works his way around the grounds this afternoon. You'll be happy to know the son of us kicked a goal, and the 8th for Thomson this afternoon. So back in the middle, umpire Beveridge with the footy. Cox and Ladder go up. Cox gets it down towards Burns. He does well, looking for a handball. Goes to the last goal kicker, Fanning. Can run away on the right boot and go long towards Maharis again. Tries to hold off his defender. Could have nearly got a free kick. Now Forbes, free kick found. It's going to go to Geelong West.
Ooh, almost. He missed the one the other way,
Yeah.
I think.
So they're not doing a bad job, I must admit.
So, West Cricket bring the ball towards Ladder on half-back. Cox from behind. Good defensive work. Punches the ground to Oakley. Handball to Armstrong. Armstrong off one step. And
on the left too, Eric. On the left, Savuli Armstrong.
Well, the umpire has paid that one, and well, I thought a pretty good mark there from Maharis, but paid a push in the back to his opponent there in Chris Wilkie. Wilkie, the ball comes now towards centre. Cox runs in, picks up the footy for Thomson. The lead to centre half forward, and Marcus Forbes there. Can't get hold of the footy. Wilkie again, he's in real trouble there. Well, not paid. Picked up the ball. Marcus Forbes, well, he's had a pot shot at goal, miskicked it totally, but it's fallen straight into the arms of Troy Maharis in the goal square 2 metres out. So I think we can put this down to his 3rd. Certainly can. Troy Maharis goes bang. That's goal number 3 and the 9th for the Thomson side. 9-4-58. Thomson lead West Cricket Footy Club 139. That's on the Raiders bingo scoreboard, and that's 8 minutes into the second quarter.
Well, they came with big raps, Pete. Troy Maharis, and he hasn't done anything to say that he shouldn't live up to those raps.
Yeah, well look, let's be honest. We've watched Nick play for the last, 3 years, I think, 3 years, and came down from Ballarat. And when he came here, he had raps. So let's have a real think about anyone that comes down with a similar kind of name and bloodline. Can't be too bad before he even gets here.
Back in the middle, Ladder and Cox. Cox gets it down towards Timmy Gardner. Handball off the back end of the square. Greg Mervyn goes towards centre wing. Fanning does well to run through the middle. Oakley's there also working hard. Want to try and shuffle it out. Does so now only as far as Nick Lacino though. Breaks free, then loses the football. Goes back in and gets it himself. He gets a handball away, but only as far as Wolfenden.
Got to be play on.
Well, no advantage there, so the umpire have to come back now to the middle of the ground. And Timmy Gardner.
I think Greg Mervyn put the tackle on.
And Tim's got the kick.
Yeah, that's good umpiring.
Gardner
How are you, mate?
goes long towards Maharis again. Free kick.
Just about everything.
Can you not send pleasantries and hellos to everybody while we're on the radio just because they're walking in front of you?
Ricky.
Free kick over the shoulder. And it's going to be Troy Maharis again.
I don't think he was all too impressed with the treatment he got there, Troy Maharis. I think he had several words to say. I'm glad the umpire gave him the free kick, or he might have had many more to say.
So, Maharis now. Kicking from 40 metres out directly in front. Comes in, left foot kick. And he might have just pushed it away to the left-hand side. He has for one behind. So 3 goals to his personal tally this afternoon. And they go to 9-5-59 now the Tigers. The Cheetahs 1-3-9.
He must kick away swingers all the time.
Well, I think so. And the boys on the scoreboard are struggling a bit to keep up at the moment. From the kick in, it's gone to Ladder on half-back. Kicks it high into the air towards the centre of the ground. Camped under it is Daniel Fanning. Takes the mark. Handball quickly to Savali Armstrong. He picks it up. Little chip pass to Oakley on half forward. They're using the ball pretty well. Oakley across to Timmy Gardner. Not such a good kick to Nick Maharis on that occasion. He's under pressure, and finally West Cricket able to bring the ball away to centre wing. Overrunning the footy there was Melville. Stein runs hard at it. Players, well, he's got to get it out. Can't do so. The umpire will come in, and perhaps Stein a little fortunate there not to be free kicked. I don't think he was trying all that hard, but he was on the blind side of the umpire. So just on centre wing, adjacent to our broadcast position, umpire puts the ball up once again. Cox and Ladder use his body to get rid of Cox, takes the footy, kicks towards centre. Mark not taken there by Rowan, comes to ground, picked up there by Stein, and a series of handballs gets it across to Mervyn again, who's had plenty of the footy today. Forbes, Luke, can't pick it up. Does well to elude two opponents there. Finally gets some support from Nick Maharis, and well, West Cricket are battling pretty hard out there, and now the umpire's paid a free kick to Thomson, advantage paid to Luke Forbes, and I think that was a pretty ticky touchwood, but at least they've been consistent. Hit after the...
Troy Mahiris, I want the ball quickly.
I think actually Marcus Forbes might have been the player to whom the free kick should have gone, but...
so he's making up for that last miss, is he?
I think he might be. So
he and Daniel Fanning were having a bit of a tug of war.
So it is Troy Mahiris. 30 metres out, 45-degree angle, comes in. Absolutely atrocious.
Good pass.
But we're going to call it a pass because it's straight into the arms there of
Luke Forbes.
It's Lucas. He's run well because he kicked the ball from the wing, and he's marked the ball now on the corner or the edge of the 10-metre square. So big opportunity here for Luke Forbes to get the right boot on because he's got through behind so far. And well, gee, I'll tell you what, he's made this one pretty close as well, but he's got it. So first goal to Luke Forbes, one goal through to his account. The 10th for Thomson, 10-5-65. West Cricket 139 on the Raiders bingo scoreboard, 12 minutes, second quarter.
And what is always nice is it's their 10th goal and their 8th goal kicker. And
what is always nice is the luxury to be able to have Andrew Atchison now on the bench and Brett Anderton coming on to replace him.
I was just going to say, Greg McLeod, not too scared to rotate the interchange, is he?
So back in the middle now, and it'll be Ladder and Cox. After the 10th goal, kicked by Luke Forbes, Cox gets it down towards Nick Lucchino. Gives it to Williams, handball shuffled out to Leonard, off one step, goes towards half forward. Fiala's there, can break free and get a kick around the corner towards full forward. Off the ground, Bradley. Lux of Fortune falls in the arms of Rob Lazic, and he has taken the mark. So Rob Lazic got Cox calling it. He goes towards Oakley, and also Nick Maharis comes from behind. Rove the front of the pack, Fanning, Stein, Fanning on hands and knees, gives it to Mervyn, chopped off though by Lucchino. Gardner tries to break free. Over the shoulder, said the umpire, it will be a free kick to Tim Gardner at half back for the Tigers.
They've been consistent. The umpire's paying the man in front and the man going for the footy, so can't complain about that. So Gardner across to Armstrong, a little further to
Bradley.
Was that Bradley out there? And Bradley to Rowan. Rowan the centre again. Mervyn once again takes the mark uncontested. Handball to Wolferton. Wolferton drives longer towards centre half forward. Oh, Oakley higher. The pack. Well, Cox is a big fella and he's high over his head. Handball to Nick Maharis on the run past, and would you believe?
He uses the body well, doesn't he?
Marcus Forbes, beautiful body work at full forward, and
but he is a big boy.
He is a big boy, and he used the body beautifully there. Took them up 15 metres out directly in front. So, you know, they're looking very, very good, Pete. The Thomson side, they're moving to the ball.
Well, they do, mate. Wait till you see if and when he kicks this goal. Wait till you see where the insult of insults, where Sabuli Armstrong lines up at the centre bounce.
Well, there's no doubt that he's kicked the goal. It's his second for the day. It's the 11th for the Thomson side. 11-5, 71 Thomson. Lead West Cricket Footy Club 139. Raiders bingo scoreboard. 14.5 minutes into the second quarter, and I know what you're going to say.
Greg Mervin's off.
Yeah, he's got leather poising.
Leather poising. Travis Randall's on for a run, so he's certainly utilising the bench, Greg McLeod, anyway. But no, that's good. Giving some of his more established players a bit of a rest and bringing on some youngsters, seeing how they go.
Well, it's Greg assistant coach, so
he
that
is
he's obviously
assistant coach,
have an opportunity to sit with Greg McLeod and have a look from the side.
Yep. Back in the middle again, Cox gets it down towards Paddy Burns, runs for the middle, handball, says thanks very much Christian Leonard. He got it for the Cheetahs. Now they're running, Lucchino's there, runs through centre half forward, free kick for it. That can't be advantage now, Bobby. You'll have to bring it back. It's going to pay advantage for the high tackle. And it will be Hinkley with the free kick against Brett Anderton. So just inside the centre square at centre half forward, Hinkley. Maronia gives him a lead He was going to go in that direction, then he said no. Harrison gives him a lead, and he ignores that. Oh, he doesn't in the end. He puts it up, and it's over his head, coming through Bradley. Also there was Melville, got it over the top. Callow's there as well, can handball it backwards towards Nick Lucchino, running at it, kick it over his shoulder. Cox, it must have been just touched by the big man. So one behind to Geelong West. They go to 1-4-10 now to Cheetahs, and they trail Thomson, who are 11-5-71.
There's a bit of benefit there in being 6'12", Pete, with Coxie.
It's a bit of old school stuff, isn't it? You should always have a big man on the last line of defence.
Armstrong kicks in, finds Craig Wolfen in the back pocket. He goes towards Anderton, puts the big miss up and takes the mark at half back. Wants to move it on quickly, goes towards the middle of the ground, over the head of Hockley. Forbes tries to make the mark, can't do so. Off hands Doyle, gets it away to Hinkley again. Handball out further afield towards Woollett. Gets a kick away off the ground. Andlin does well, backs himself. Can the big man pick it up? Yes, he can. Shuffles it out to a standing start. Timmy Gardner runs through. Where's he going to kick it this time? Out towards half forward. The lead on Maharis goes up. Good kick, good mark, and good play. Wants to move it on quickly. He's got Jason Stein making a run for him over the back of the pack. He looks to hold it though now. Johnny Mitchell in the pocket also. He wants to go to the left foot at 50. Goes long and goes in towards ladder off hands. Handball back to Doyle. Just wants the safety of a rush behind. So they go to 11-6-72 now, the Tigers. And they lead Geelong West 1-4-10. We've been playing 17 minutes in the second term.
Just between you and me, Eric, it's a shocking kick.
Yeah, I will have to have the lorry to go to school of kicking.
Just between Eric and I.
He does the kicking in for West Cricket, and he's found ladder deep on half-back, almost back pocket, hasn't gained much distance at all. Looking for some activity further up the ground, decides to go for the long kick. Ladder towards centre wing. Cox stood at the back of the pack, took the mark. Well, the umpire's paid a free kick to the man in...
Well, of course he's going to be over his shoulder. He's 207 centimetres.
Well, he could be. There was three players between he and the
I don't think it's against him.
Melville got the free kick for West Cricket. He goes forward from centre wing to half forward. Cox is going to do it again. I don't think it now. Back to the centre ground. It's just too high for Fanning, but not for Gardner. Gardner eludes a couple of tackles. Over to Bradley. Off one step, kicks the ball to...
he hasn't done much wrong today, I tell you.
Ladder's done very, very well, actually. He's taken the mark, he's kicked it. And over the shoulder to the man in front is Aaron Bradley. And on half-back flank, Bradley has taken the free kick. He's gone right across the ground. Danger signs. It missed his mark. Viola picks it up. Now he's got Rooney loose at full forward. Tripped himself up, Rooney. Paddy Burns picks it up. Handballs it across to Sabali Armstrong. And away go Thomson again. The lead's on that centre wing. Mark not taken. Coming through is Rowan. He can't handle a footy. Now it's Stacks on the mill. And looks like the umpire showing some signs of being down earlier. And at centre half forward for West Cricket Footy Club, the ball will be thrown up once again. 19 minutes gone, second quarter. 11-6 Thomson lead West Cricket 1-4.
Ball up, Cox. And Melville in the end. Cox gets it down, handball over the top to Timmy Gardner. Was that a throw to the umpire? Yes, it was, and it will be a free kick to the Cheetahs. Hinkley it will be. No, it won't be. It'll be Callow with the free kick. Goes to the right foot, leads on from Harrison. Goes out, can't take the mark. Stein's there, handball out to Randall. Now Randall with the right foot, measures it towards Mitchell. Does well. He handballs it back to Randall. Can he get around ladder? Oh, he got one high. Should play on though. He does. Goes to the right boot. Poor kick though. Callow can't take it. Hinkley's there. Wants a quick kick back to whence it came. Ladder should be able to take the mark and can at half forward. So Justin Ladder goes back. He's at he's on the Matthew Lloyd run up too as he comes in. He goes with the torpedo punt. Probably would have been better going with the drop punt, I would have thought.
I would have thought so.
Seeing as though it's ended up out of bounds on the full. Or is it?
No, might have just
boundary throw in, is it?
Was it?
Yeah. Stein thinks it's out of bounds on the full. But it will be a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for the Cheetahs. Cox and Rooney over the front. Melville takes it out of the ruck contest. Needs some support now, tries to shuffle the footy out. Can't do so. Pack develops around him. And we will have a ball up about 10 metres out from the Cheetahs' goal. And umpire Bertie should just throw the ball up as Darryl Cox and Chris Rooney have a bit of an altercation.
I think the only problem was he didn't have the footy to throw it up.
He should have gone in and got it. So he will throw it up now. And the two ruckmen will go at it. Now it goes to the back of the pack, and getting it away was Lazic, pretty close to the boundary line. Hinkley, can he keep it in? No, he can't. And it will be another boundary throw in. 11:6.72 the Tigers. The Cheetahs 1:4.10. We've been playing 21 minutes in the second term. Brought to us by Raiders Bingo this afternoon. Thrown in again. Runia over the back. Lazic, big thump away to the front of the pack. Anderton gave a scrappy handball to Fanning, but he got a kick away and down the field again. So it'll be a free kick to Wolfen at half back. Tried to give it to Gardner running past, he couldn't do so, so he goes to the kick now towards half forward. The Forbes boys are there, off hands. Marcus, Nick Maharis is there as well. He's got Sabali Armstrong running on his outside. Can he measure the pass to him? No, he can't, but he can get it. Sam Lucchino came at pace. Now he tapped it over the top. Armstrong looking for Troy Maharis. Handball over the top once again. Good knowledge of where his teammate was. Back to Armstrong. They've lost 20 metres, but now they've gained it when he goes towards Mitchell and he takes the mark. Just inside the boundary line at half forward. He tries to drill the pass towards, oh wow, would you believe it? Luke Forbes led. His opponent and also Marcus Forbes' opponent has followed Luke, and Marcus has stood there and said thanks very much for taking the mark. So he'll line up for goal from 25 metres out, slight angle. He's kicked 2 goals this afternoon, lining up for goal number 3.
There's a fair bit of training drill type stuff going on at the moment, Pete. It's a bit of a concern.
They're pretty well oiled, aren't they?
It is, and as I said earlier, they're not scared to go backwards. Like, they're not scared to keep going backwards until they can find a way forward.
Marcus Forbes has put his 3rd goal on the board, and the 12th for Thomson. They go to 12:6.78, and they lead Geelong West 1-4-10. That is on the Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard. 22.5 minutes gone, and I'm sure half-time probably couldn't come quick enough for Muddy and Ellie to try and cheer the troops up again and make some changes.
It's a bit of a worry, Pete. Like, Latter is doing a fine job and trying very, very hard, and other players at ground level are well, they're certainly trying, but they're just totally outclassed, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and I suppose when you've got a bit of a powerhouse like Thomson have put together and have the luxury of taking people like Mervyn off the ground, Greg Mervyn's just come back on, but rotating them through the interchange, it does make it very hard.
The umpire's over again.
Well, different umpire on this occasion.
Nick Maharis is saying to him, well, how can you pay a free kick? Has he paid a free kick?
Well, that's incredible. And he's played it down.
Shouldn't it be a ball up?
Well, why should it be anything? Doesn't the game continue? There's 2 umpires out there. Oh.
Wilkie got it towards Ladder at half forward, and Pat Burns pushed him in the back, so it'll be a free kick to the ruckman. Still inside the centre square. Don't go those torps again. He's gone the drop punt this time. Good play by Ladder. Goes towards Runia. Can't take the mark. That needs some support. Hockley rang through the middle. Back towards Armstrong on half back. Goes towards Nick Maharis on centre wing. Takes the mark. Good grab. That's what he's famous for. And plays on. Goes with the right boot towards Marcus Forbes at half forward. And he takes a good grab too. They've got some marking options. And goes short to Johnny Mitchell. Sets it up for him. Has to be strong. And he is. And he takes a good mark. Had to stand his ground there, John Mitchell. Handball to Armstrong in the centre of the ground. Can he get around? Yes, he can. Now he goes on the left and shows all the skills. Goes towards Forbes again, but Ladder. Oh, should have taken the mark. Couldn't do so, but can he break free? Yes, he can. Goes on the left boot from half back towards centre wing. Andrew Williams is by himself. Can take the mark. Oh, well, he had the mark and then lost it. The umpire said it is a mark. He plays on from centre wing. Goes in the middle, looking for Burke. Finds him. Go back towards Williams on the outboard on half forward. He does so. He's looking for the handball and he has to sit and wait. He's a left footer. Short little kick. Finds Burke again. Oh, he looks for a handball, but he elects to go back onto his left boot now towards half back. But it's all Thomson Mervyn. They turn it over and this could be costly. Mitchell short to guard and can run and draw a player and got Oakley over the top. He handballs it to him and he keeps going. He's got to be in trouble here though. Oakley, can he get around? Yes, he can. Handball back inboard to Mitchell's paw. And now they turn it over again. Lucchino handball back. And they might be able to get out of trouble here. Melville, handball back inboard looking for Leonard. But it's a poor handball. Burns, turnover again. Goes to Fanning. He goes to Gardner wide. He's got Atchison running past. The rubber man's back on. He goes to the right foot, kicks straight down the throat of Troy Maharis. It's as easy as that when
Keep
you do
going,
it
Andrew.
like
Keep
that.
running.
Now Maharis lines up, vacant goal square. He goes in, poor kick off the boot, goes towards Nick Lucchino. He's got some support. Doyle's there. He can switch play to the other side and it's good. And he finds Justin Ladder.
Ladder, away he goes for West Cricket. Off half-back flank now. Kicks long. He's got, well, it's up and under. At the back there is Paddy Burns. And, well, free kick against Sabali Armstrong, I would suggest. It's gone to West Cricket Footy Club. It's Burke. he kicks it towards half forward. Hinkley can't get hold of the footy. Little toe poke there for Thomson, gets the ball out into the open. Now, well, player held by the ankle there, but not paid. Picked up by Anderton. He's kicked it a little further forward for Thomson. It's rolled out of bounds on true centre wing. Out of side here. 26 minutes gone, second quarter. 12-6 Thomson. They lead West Cricket 1-4. Boundary umpire with the footy. True centre wing, out of side. In it comes. Anderton doing the ruck work. Gets it down. Only as far as Lacino for West Cricket. On the left foot. Beautiful pass straight to Oakley of Thomson. Oakley over the top now to Timmy Gardner, who's running. Timmy drives it towards the full forward position. Luke Forbes can't take the mark, tries to push it forward for Thomson. Nick Maharis picks it up, tries to get it on the left foot, but he's slung as he kicks the footy. It's picked up by Troy Melville. He gets it clear to Fratoli, and he's taken the mark half-back. Has Ladder on centre wing. Ladder now plays on quickly, drives it long to half forward. Getting back is Anderton. It's over his head. Rooney runs onto the footy for West Cricket. He's forced toward the boundary, and he kicks the ball towards full forward. It's not a bad looking effort off the ground.
Christian Leonard, I think it was.
It's one behind, so we'll give that to Christian Leonard. West Cricket move to 1-5-11. They trail Thomson 12-6-78. Raiders bingo scoreboard 27 minutes, second quarter. We wait on somebody to go and do the kicking in. Looks like Craig Wolferton. That'll be a new role for him, kicking.
He kicks the ball pretty well too, Wolfer.
Does.
You give him a rap and he'll probably put it straight down the throat. No, he's done all right. He gives it to Burns, who gives it away to Mervyn. Through centre half back, runs to the middle of the ground looking for Spud Armstrong. Can't take the mark off hands. Lacino's there, wrapped up. Needs some support. Hockley was there, got a quick kick towards Williams. He tries to trap it at centre half forward, running through the middle. Was Wolferton. Over the back, we got a trip Williams. No, play on the call. Home player it was, said Pete. Now Melville in there fighting hard, centre half forward, and Burns and Burke. Burke tried to shuffle the handball out. And finally it falls towards Williams again. Gives it back to Ladder. Off one step, the big man, as he put it through. It's pretty close. It's through for one behind to Justin Ladder. His second behind of the day. And they go to 1-6-12 now, the Cheetahs. And Thomson are at 12-6-78. That's on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard. 28 minutes played in the second term.
And we get a situation where nobody wants to kick the ball in again, and Craig Wolferton, perhaps it's a set play, Pete. Craig runs from centre half back to the goal square.
But I have actually seen him kick out quite often in the last couple of years, so...
Yeah, I think he's...
Because he's so little, they tend to leave the bigger men out.
Well, it's quite a good kick from Wolferton. It's got the 50. He's looking for Cox. There's a big pack of players on half back. The ball... well, Ladder has it. He's got
play like a front rower.
Got absolutely nowhere to go, and a huge tackle from about 4 Thomson players, including Cox. And umpire Booty on half forward flank for West Cricket. Late in the second quarter, puts it up. Cox gets the tap down for Thomson. Tapped along the ground, picked up into the arms eventually of Andrew Williams. Williams on the left foot for West Cricket has had another pot shot at goal from 25. Unfortunately, he also has missed. He's now kicked 1-2 for the day. And West Cricket moved to 1-7-13. They trail Thomson 12-6-78. Raiders bingo scoreboard, 29 minutes gone now in the second quarter. Now we might get a kick, Pete. Sabali Armstrong has the footy.
A big kick.
I'd like to see him unload. He's got Aitchison sitting in the centre circle. And, well, he didn't quite get to him, but he got it pretty well. That's a strong mark from behind by Ladder.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
He's played a pretty much a lone hand for West Cricket Ladder and doing very nicely. On the left, he's driven it right back to the goal square. Pack of players there. And, well, that'll be interesting. Does it go through or doesn't? Rooney, as the siren sounded, had the foot in, had a pot shot, but did not score. So the half-time score on the Raiders bingo scoreboard, Thomson 12-6-78. Lead West Cricket Footy Club 1-7-13.
In that quarter, Geelong West kicked 1 goal 4, while Thomson kicked 5 goals 3. The goal kickers to half-time for the Tigers. 3 each to Marcus Forbes and Troy Maharis, and singles to Luke Forbes, Sabali Armstrong, Nick Maharis, Dean Oakley, John Mitchell and Daniel Fanning. While for Geelong West, their goal has been scored by Andrew Williams, but at half-time it is all Thomson. They lead 12-6-78 to Geelong West 1-7-13. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have our Where Are They Now segment. This afternoon, Eric, you're talking to?
Well, one of I'd suggest Thomson's favourite sons in Phil Stringer from the 60s and 70s.
So Phil Stringer will be the special guest of Eric on their Where Are They Now segment, and when we return we'll have the second half action of the Thomson Geelong West round 3 GDFL game. At the moment it's the Tigers in control, 12-678 to 1-7-13. You're listening to Match Day live and exclusive on Geelong Radio 100.3 FM, your home of local football.